welcome to this week's episode with catching up with Armadale Auto Parts. Busy week as usual, working on a whole bunch of different stuff this week. We did finished off a tiny bit on Mark's 57, he picked that up. We did a bit of stuff on the 37 Ford truck, a bit of painting of the rims and getting the chassis prepped, a bit of work on the FJ, we did some exhaust work, and we also set up the radiator and fans and that sort of thing. And then we managed to sneak in a little bit of time on one of our own projects, the 55 Willys Jeep. Also in this week, new product. We've all seen this one. This is the Moon Eyes barefoot pedal, super popular, one of our most popular sellers. They've now released a little keyring just to go with it. Pretty cool little bit of gear. They're about 7 centimeters long, sort of chrome steel. They're $32.95. We've got a whole bunch of them in stock. But for now, first few things, there's a few customers' cars, a bunch of guys dropped in the week, so we got those. Then we'll have some info about the project we're working on. Enjoy the episode. So one of the jobs we managed to get a bit done on this week was our own little Jeep project. It's a 1955 Willys Jeep, CJ5. What we're doing is basically turning it into two-wheel drive, Holden Tirana independent front suspension, 4-bar rear. It's going to be Holden 202 6-cylinder inline powered. So we've fully boxed the chassis, front end is now all welded in, rear end's all welded in. We did a kick up in the rear and that sort of thing. So this is basically the ride height we want to be at. We are going to have to channel the body because at the moment the suspension is kind of sitting on its bump stops. So the suspension will come up a little bit so we have some travel, and then we'll channel the floor, seeing as most of the floor is pretty shot in this. Not really a train wreck, but it will be a fully road registered car. And yeah, hopefully we get it done. We've got an end date or a bit of a thing to try and get to in August. We had a couple of people asking what we were going to do with the paint. Obviously, we really don't want to paint it, so what we're going to do is to kind of keep the distressed look. We're going to have to fix the bits of rust that are there. But as you can see here, I've hit this little section here with what the product we're going to use, which is this one down here. It's called Ballistol. Available from a few different things. It's a ballistics cleaner. But light scour, wipe it off, and what it does is it sort of gets rid of the surface rust, cleans it up, and then brings out the natural colour. And it's that is more or less what we're going to hope to have the thing looking like paint-wise in the end. So another one of the jobs that we're going to be doing this week was on the FJ, was modifying some extractors, because obviously the thing's going to sit real low. So we wanted to tuck the exhaust up so you couldn't see it from the side, and also so that it wasn't the lowest point on the car. You can just see it under there. I'll just zip underneath and you can have a quick look. You can see there, basically we lifted them up. They would have normally hung down very low, and you can see that that's where the exhaust is going to run and keep it nice and tucked away. Just give you a very quick top view of the modified headers. You can see them going down there. Obviously this is just a mock-up engine. It is having a supercharger fitted, so rooms at a premium. And as I sort of said before, it is going to be super low. So, you know, we want to make sure it's got ground clearance.